Day and welcome back to Queenship, where we speak to women who are beautiful, who are only beautiful on the inside and out, walking with you on your transformative journey to your highest purpose. And good day. So, the previous video that we just went through mentioned these dreams that I keep having and kept having, and I was thinking I had came to the first dream that I had mentioned happened about 5 years ago, or so 5, 6 years ago. I have already chose the road. So when you're at a crossroad, you're given paths to choose, and you can be stuck in between many different paths. And it's just that one decision that will completely give you a different fate, a different destiny. As we co-create with the universe, as we co-create with the divine, we can choose, right? And our destiny will act according. Karma will act according to your decisions. The outcome of that dream, although I have already picked a road, the outcome of that dream hasn't came to pass yet. I believe in about 6 days I'll be given the option to choose my path. And we'll see from then what my reality will be. Will I will I be given the option? It's not even choosing. Will I be given the option? Because there's many ends to one reality. You could have people in your life that can give you decisions. Do you want to study or you want to party? What you're gonna decide? You chose to study, and because you were home that day, you got a call. You was able to receive a call to be accepted at an art show or something like that. And if you was out, you would have missed that call. Or you went to a school and you ran into a guy and he was into extracurricular activities. You could either hang with him and get involved with whatever he's got going on, or study for tonight. You chose to go with him. Now you're in court. His baby mama's in the crowd. He's in handcuffs. And that's your reality because you chose different. What would have happened if you chose to stay in your dorm? Would you be a doctor by now? Who knows? Your choices come in increments. And with whatever choice you choose, that is your fate, that is your destiny, that's the reality that you choose to accept. That's the reality that you allowed to experience. I haven't been presented my options yet, my choices yet. In 6 days, I will. And I have to correct the last statement. I said that I met my person in 2023. It wasn't 2023. I was 23 and he was 32. That's what I remember. I don't really remember what year it was, but I was 23 at the time, going 24. Now I'm 27. That's how long it's been since we met. But we've never met each other in person. I have yet to meet him, and I don't know what to expect. I was thinking of just letting, go with the flow, letting him decide what we're gonna do. Just going with the flow. I was gonna buy him a flower, a single rose. I ruined the surprise, but typically nobody watches these. I don't have any views. Let's see. The most views I have are usually on shorts, but not really the lives. Not really the lives or the long videos. I have a mixtape that got 7 views, and 5 of those might be me. Oh, I got a video that has 20 views. Another mixtape. 10 of those might be me. Yeah, I know. Oh, look, I got 22 views on the second episode of Queenship Podcasts. 82 views on a song, More Than Girls. Yep, I think that will be the most views I have. 82. But the lives, oh, we got 10 views on Feminine versus Feminist. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure time will pass and my reality, by the time you hear this, it'd be too late. So I was thinking about getting him flowers. Oh, a single rose. Oh, cutesy and demure. With a little bit of mystery. Because who doesn't like a little mystery? I'll be going to the spa. I need to get my nails done. A little skincare routine. I would like to get a massage. We'll see. When that time comes, we'll see. I already have an appointment. But what I don't have on there is a massage. Got nuts all in my calves. And I would like to sort that out before I meet him because I don't want to be tense. After 3 4 years. In my head, I want everything to be perfect, but I just want to be myself. If I trip, fall, stumble, stutter, break a nail or something, it's okay. Break a heel. Worst case scenario, it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. Tell me why. I feel somebody's gonna think, if somebody watches this, I feel like somebody's thinking, if he doesn't show up, no, he's gonna show up. I don't have any doubts in my mind that he won't. There may be somebody hoping that he doesn't. Not too many people know about what's about to go down. Only probably like two people, and only one person really knows what's going on my side of the story. On his side of the story, his dad reaches out to me, and his friends know, I think, but I'm not sure the women in his life know, because his dad is the only one who reaches out to me. Oh, and his brother, one of his brothers knows. On my side, only one person really knows. I mean, my dad knows. My dad knows, but he only knows that I found my husband and I wanted to move away and live with him and be with him. But he doesn't know who he really is. And I like to keep that under wraps. If you know, you know. But if you don't, it's none of your business, man. You don't need to know. Mind your business that pays you. Shall we? But yeah, I I just wanted to put on record that I had a dream about this 6 years ago. This exact situation. I had a dream about the outcome. I had a dream about I had a dream about the outcome. What was fated. But there was two realities. Like you were born to meet them, but what reality do you want to allow? What reality do you want to go with? What road do you want to go down? A few months ago, I had done officers training. Actually, no, I had applied, or I did an assessment for officers training. And I would be going away tomorrow. If I had gotten the position, I would be going away tomorrow. I'd be leaving to go to London tomorrow for 2 months. 2 months and some weeks, or some odd hours. So September 22nd to November 22nd. And I told my man, of course, and because he was coming to me, and I would have already left, I would have already been gone by the time he got over here, off to the military academy. I would have been on my way to military academy tomorrow for 2 months. And I told him, and he had planned to go to London while I was out there. So he planned to be in London by November. I'm not sure when in November, but sometime in November. So I would have met him in London. The dream I had 5, 6 years ago. This is crazy to me because it's like I'm watching it in real time. It's not deja vu because it hasn't happened yet, but it's like I'm watching a dream that I had years ago unfold in front of my eyes. This is the crazy part. I was looking for him in London. Like, I know it was London because the architecture and all that type of stuff. I've been in Europe before. I've never been in London, but I have been in Europe. It looked like Paris, because I'm in Paris. I'm in Paris in Spain. Never been London. And the architecture was like that. It was European. And I'm here looking for him. And I'm here huffing and puffing. I'm sweating. I'm exhausted. You know, I must have just gotten off from work. Must have just knocked off or found a way to get to him from military training, because that was the vibe. I was just knocking off from being a soldier. That was the vibe that I was in. I think I was still in the regiment when I had this dream. I had left a few years ago. I was officially off the books. Um, Probably 2021, maybe, or no, 2023. I'm not sure. Years later, I had officially got off the books a few years after I left. And there was two realities. One who was already in London, and then the other one was I was in London, but I was already with him. I was already with him in London. I wasn't looking for him. You know, I heard that I had to leave the regiment. There was nothing keeping me there. After I heard that it's a red flag for a woman to be a soldier, there was nothing keeping me there. I'm been preparing to be a wife this whole time, and you're telling me my occupation is one thing that's gonna get in the way of me getting a man? There was nothing keeping me there after I heard that. I've been preparing to be a wife since I was 13. Because of my I think I've explained this before. I became a woman at 12. In my mind I was already a woman. Then by the time I got 13, I decided to learn how to be a wife. But yeah, these gifts, nobody can take those gifts away from you. If you happen to be any type of clairvoyant, clairaudience, clairsentience, if you happen to be any the one word that's the main theme is being a steward. Stewardship. Because God didn't entrust you with these gifts and talents for you to squander them, for you to use them for malicious purposes, to hurt people. Destruction is beneath the gourd unless there's a good intention. As it says in the Bible, I don't bring peace, I bring the sword. Those who only serve the devil, they want you to be meek so that they can continue to rule over you. I didn't bring peace, I brought the sword. So destruction isn't all bad, it's the intention behind it. When you go to war, let it be in the name of God. Don't let don't go to war with ill intentions and say that it is in the name of God. It actually has to be in the name of God. They use God as an excuse to colonize countries. That's not what I'm talking about. The original rulers of certain countries and continents, they had good intentions. They were for the people. And when somebody doesn't know how to take care of themselves, When they need you. They need your resources. They need your power. They will, if you tell them no, these resources are for my people. You will have to fend for yourself or pay us. If they don't, if they don't have the skill to be a steward over the resources that they need and want, that they desire, they will take it from you, and then steal you, so that you can be a steward over the things that they steal from you, because they lack the skill and the capacity to be the stewards, to be God's stewards over the land, the water, the animals. They were not made to be stewards of the planet Earth. I always talk about God because God is in everything. God is the master planner. God is the reason for all things. God is the only thing that's constant. God is the only real thing, or the only real entity that exists. God is the only reality that matters. And God is in all things. I was thinking something about time. Oh, yes, in regards to the dream, happened 5, 6 years ago, because it happened years ago. And I'm currently in the process of the trial that gets me to that point, that that gets me to acquire that reality. I was thinking time, the time that we know, the time that we learn, the time that we are familiar with is a construct. It's so that there's order. It allows there to be order. We wake up at a certain time, we have meetings on this day at this time. I know the stock market opens at 3 or 4 o'clock my time, but it's first thing in the morning in Japan. It's like 8 in the morning in Japan or something like that. It keeps us all in sync. It keeps everything in order. But that is a construct. Time doesn't really exist. Time is infinite. Or not that it exists, but it like I said, it's infinite. It's like the concept of nothingness. It's nothing and everything all at once. How could, if time, the time that we know of exists, the past, present, and future exist, and is only in this small time frame, and it's only the present, how could I possibly have a dream about a reality that I haven't experienced yet? How could my dreams come to pass? How could my dreams possibly come to pass? How could I possibly know something before it actually happens? If the only time that exists is the time that we know of. How could you possibly experience deja vu? But the only time that exists is the present. And the only time that exists is the present. The history is made in the present, and the future is built in the present. But I've lived out my reality. I've lived out the present a few times. I've lived out the present moment a few times over. And because I was warned about today, I got to choose based off of the reality that I want instead of just going with the wind. I've already seen my full potential. I've already seen the possible reality, the possible outcome from a single decision. All it takes is one decision. And because I've already seen a reality, and this is the reality that I chose in advance, it's not a matter of what I'm going to choose, it's how I'm going to respond in the moment. What do I want to feel in the moment? How I want to be perceived in the moment. So mostly I'm focused more on the physical because the spiritual aspect is already complete. This is another form of soft life. This is a soft life on another level. This is woman's intuition in motion. For those who say woman's intuition doesn't exist, I'm living proof that that's a lie. Now all I get to think about is how I'm gonna wear my hair, what color nail polish do I want, what shoes am I gonna wear, what outfit am I gonna wear, how do I want to feel, what perfume I'm gonna wear. I actually got it's a new line. Oh man, I forgot the name. Jean Paul. Hold on. It's a new line and it smells absolutely delicious. It's in the shape of a butterfly. I think it's the same person. Jean Paul. And the display of the bottle is beautiful. I was gonna get his hold on, it's a blue bottle. La Belle or La Bella. I was gonna get his La Belle, but I ended up getting I threw away the box too. If it's his line, it might not even be his line. Hold on. I'm not sure if it's 2025 or 2024. And I threw away the bottle. And it's a beautiful bottle. Let's see if I can find the name on the bottle. Um, it's not Jean Paul, it's Herrera. But Carolina. I was thinking Cartier, but I didn't get no Cartier. It's Carolina Herrera, her new line. Oh right, because I was gonna get Good Girl. Oh no, no, I wasn't. I was definitely gonna get John Paul Lapel, but I ended up getting a different bottle. Oh, La Bomba, La Bomba, Caroline, Carolina Herrera La Bomba, and it smells absolutely divine. And I got vanilla oil to pair with it. And I think I'm gonna smell absolutely divine. Absolutely divine. I'm going to the spa. Mm. So all I need to do is show up. And that's all I need to worry about. That's all I need to focus on is getting there. Because we already done the work. The crossroad was an energy shift. The energy has been shifted. The work has been done in advance. The decision has already been made. Now what? Now all there is to do is wait on God. I've already done my part. And if there's more to be done, I'm sure God will let me know when the time is right. Now I'm all from work. See, this is the best part about my job. I got to choose my hours. So I have a half day on Monday and Tuesday. I'll be working all day Wednesday, and I'm off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And that's not affecting any vacation days or anything like that. No offense to anybody who has a job where you need to ask permission to have a few days off. That's no shade, no diss. It just is what it is. Especially if a company relies on human labor in order to get the agenda fulfilled, in order to meet the objective. I am. I don't know how I feel right now. It's like something that was a dream is coming into reality. And the one song that I made this song, right? And I made it into a reality, but I forgot the name of it. But it went like, I haven't seen you in a while, just in my dreams. I'm holding on to your last smile, come home to me. I haven't seen you in a while, I haven't seen you in a while, just in my dreams. I'm holding on to your last smile, come home to me. I haven't seen you in a while. And that's pretty much it. I haven't seen you in a while, just in my dreams. I'm holding on to your last smile, come home to me. I haven't seen you in a while. I did post that song, but I ended up taking it down because the relationship wasn't easy going all throughout. We've had some ups and downs. We've had some turbulence, trials and errors, and all this other stuff. Obstacles. Our biggest obstacle is distance, and that's about to be fixed in a few days. And I'm going completely ghost on social media other than YouTube because I have somebody stalking my Instagram. So I keep everything on YouTube. Everything is a bit out of the way so that they're not on my tail because they're very reactive. So if I post something, they scramble to either put together a video or do the exact same thing that I just did but better or whatever goes on in their mind. Then this silent competition with me. I told them last year or 2 years ago there is no competition. Everything that you're doing is obsolete to me. Or something I said. I just remember the word obsolete was in there. Or the concept of competition is obsolete because we're not even in the same arena. We're not even fighting the same fight. We're not competing for the same thing. You're competing for attention, and I'm competing. Actually, no, I'm not competing at all. You're competing for attention, and I want my man. The one that God gave to me. You can keep all the rest. They ended up fumbling, doing too much, and not too much where it's like it leads to success, but doing too much where everybody who can see, like it was just embarrassing. It was just secondhand embarrassment. It was just embarrassing. On this side, it was just embarrassing because I'm actually doing the work over her. And I didn't even post that I went to do the officers assessment to go to military academy for 2 months. That was something that I kept behind the scenes. I didn't get it. I didn't get the opportunity because I didn't meet the qualifications. But if I went, I would never been able to meet my man. Everything happens for a reason. I just got my results back. I just got my results as to why, how I did and all that type of stuff. And I sent it to my man because he's a soldier in real life. He's a soldier in real life. He doesn't need a rank slide to tell him his rank. God gave him his rank. And he's up there in rank. And he was raised in the ranks. So I got what I needed from them. I need my man differently. I don't need him to teach me how to cook, how to be a woman, how to think. I don't need him to put me on in certain things. I need him differently. I've already built the foundation. I've already built the foundation. I already have a brand. Let's scale. Let's build up my brand. He wants to help. He's that type of guy who wants knows how to help. He knows where to give me advice, and Regimen gave me the information that I needed to pass on to him so he knows where I need help. Character wise, or on leadership wise, or whatever the case may be, he knows he's the right person for the job. When I first met him, I saw it as a business opportunity because I wasn't looking for a man. I was like literally like the day before I met him, or the day before I discovered him or whatever, I was like, you know what? I'm done with all of this. I'm done. I'm absolutely done. I'm gonna just focus on myself, and I was being serious. Focus on myself. Focus on my business. Focus on what I've got going on. Because I wasn't building up because I was waiting for a man. Then I started waiting, started doing everything myself, and then I found him. I'm like, hey, he can help me because he has the knowledge that can assist me in everything that I'm doing right now, or the plan. Because I already had a plan. I literally had a Bible, not a Bible, a binder, a whole binder with a business plan. And I just needed the answer to one thing. I'm like, how am I gonna make this a seamless entity? I want everything to run seamlessly. How could I do that? He had the answer to that question. One video answered that question. And I'm like, who's this guy? Who's this guy? I try to find him. Who's this guy? I ended up Googling him, found a few articles on him, found his original Instagram, because he's got a lot of like copycats. He's got a lot of frauds out there trying to pretend to be him. Oh, when you're focused on your own growth, the notion of competition becomes obsolete. That was one of my posts, because she was competing with me, and this was last year. It's only you in this race, Lioness Dynasty. When you're focused on your own growth, the notion of competition becomes obsolete. She's trying to compete with somebody that she don't even compare with. You can't compete where you don't compare. And on the outside looking in, she's doing more than I am. But I don't post everything that I'm doing. I can't. Some ideas are one too big. First of all, some ideas that I have are too big to post on social media. It's more of like something that I have to go to networking events and talk about to people in person. And I have to go to the right networking events. I have to find somebody who knows, like my man. My man's the only person that I've ever told about the business idea that I have, or all the business ideas that I have. He's the only one that I've told. I haven't told anybody else, because he's the only person that I've found that actually knows how to build out my plans. I've already built the foundation. I don't need him for trivial, petty things. I'm already self-motivated. I'm already ambitious. I did have to shift my attention, my concentration, my focus to become more spiritually ambitious instead of career driven. Lead that to the man. I mean, I'm not saying, oh, don't make your money. That is actually the opposite of what I'm saying. Like I said, not everybody's gonna want to earn business. Not everybody's gonna want to build out something for themselves. Not everybody's gonna want to create an infrastructure for their family for generations, and try to debunk the sleeve to sleeve prophecy. Not everybody's gonna want to do that. That's why my man is perfect for me and I'm perfect for him. That's why I think that we're perfect for one another. He knows how to build it out. I'm got the plan and he knows how to build it out. He's the only person that I've ever found in my life that sounds like he knows exactly how to build out everything that I planned already. I did, and I called people. I called statistics, the Department of Statistics. I've told to people in the Department of Planning. I've actually done real research. I've tried to get into the courts so I know what like the issues that are going on nationwide. especially when it comes to families and why there are affairs, family affairs, why there are issues, why there are people getting divorced, what's going on with these broken families. I actually was able to speak to somebody in the courts and was able to email them, but I never got word back, so I never ended up going. I try to position myself so that the business isn't because when there are people who have the resources to build out a business, but they're disconnected from their target audience, it may not be cultivated in a way, it may not be built out in a way where it actually helps them, where it actually helps the target audience. I didn't want to be that person, so I wanted to get in deep to find out the source of the issues that we battle day to day so that I can create a solution. A lot of people think I'm stupid or slow or whatever the case may be. Now, I've spoken about leveraging beauty. There's a different types of ways to leverage beauty. Some people use beauty to be able to travel and get free meals and get free bags and be treated like a sugar baby. Some people leverage beauty in order to get them in the right rooms so that they can build out the business that has the name on it. Instead of being a leech for somebody who has a business, creating leveraging your beauty, because beauty opens doors. Beauty is currency. A beautiful woman gets what she wants, especially if you look at yourself objectively, because a lot of times we look at ourselves subjectively and we don't see we need to lose weight. We are becoming overweight. We are letting go of ourselves. We are becoming unhealthy. We are becoming unfit to be a mother, or being unfit to take care of ourselves alone. Now we're gonna live on a pump, carrying around a machine to pump oxygen down our lungs because we're not taking care of ourselves. We got all these diseases that can be avoidable or avoided if we learn to take care of ourselves. If we look at ourselves objectively, okay, I need to change my diet. I notice that I get heavy. I feel heavy and tired when I eat bread, gluten, meat, mostly red meat. I don't have a problem with fish. Oh, I noticed that I need to cut back on salads because sometimes I get sick when I eat salads. I feel sick when I eat salads. So maybe I need to focus on eating more grains or whatever the case may be. Look at your life objectively and act accordingly. Look at your hair, look at your skin. Skin issues are a gut issue. It all starts with what you consume, what you put in your face. If you're having mental fog, look at what you're eating. A lot of things occur, a lot of diseases, a lot of discomforts and bodily discomforts, or a lot of ailments come from your plate, what you put on your plate. And a lot of that can be solved by changing what you put on your plate and what you put in your face. Oh, I'm tired all the time. Have you ever felt the itis after eating a burger and fries with soda? Have you ever felt energized after eating a fruit smoothie or a juice, fruit juice with no sugar? Have you ever had something with sugar in it and then overate? There's a reason for that. Sugar turns off the part of your mind that tells you that you're full, so you can be at risk of overeating just because you don't know when to stop eating. When I was eating that processed food, I was hungry all day. All day. I was hungry all day. If I felt full, I was still hungry. How have I been eating all day? I feel full, but I'm still hungry. There was like an underlying feeling that I haven't eaten real food. I haven't eaten food today. And then when I started eating salads and fruit, oh, I'll be full, but the good type of food where I can still get up and work. I can still think straight. I'm energized all throughout the day. My skin feels hydrated. The good type of food. All I eat is healthy food because I can't afford to eat bad food. I mean, bad food is affordable, a little less than you'd be spending less than $10 on a meal. But your energy is being depleted. I need my energy because I need to make that money. I need to get my bag up. But I can't get that bag if I'm tired all the time. If I'm feeling listless and now I'm gonna make up excuses as to why I can't work. If I'm huffing and puffing and wheezing because I can't breathe and the food and I'm eating no energy. I'm eating fake energy. I'm eating artificial energy. Get you some dates with no sugar. Get you some coconut water. Well, I mean that's what I can eat. Stick to your body. Listen to your body. Don't adopt anybody else's diet if it doesn't align with your dietary needs. Get you some real calories and carbs. Get you some real energy. Get you some real food. I talk a lot about food and gold. Food and gold. Thing is about the right food, it actually has is actually high vibrational. The closer the food is to its source. So if you pick an apple off straight off the tree and eat it, that fruit is high vibrational. But the longer that fruit is away from source, or if they put pesticides or MSG or if it's man-made fruit, it's low vibrational, has no life in it. But if it's natural fruit, straight from the source, it's high vibrational. The only fruit that can stay away from its source, meaning if you pick it off the tree, the source of life is the tree. If you pick it from source and you let it sit there for a few days, every fruit will lose its vibrational um, every fruit will go down in its vibrational capacity other than a banana. A banana, it goes up in vibration the longer it's away from its source. So if you eat bananas when it's all brawn, good for you. As a high vibrational fruit right there. That's fruit at its highest vibration. Eat you drink fruit. I mean drink your food. Eat things that have life in it. A lot of us eat dead things like meat from a can and stuff like that. And sometimes that's not even real meat. Lord knows what you're putting in your body. And then you crave food. Did you know you're not supposed to crave certain foods? And there is a time that you eat. You can train your stomach. But first you have to get rid of them parasites because it's the parasites that are hungry that are feeding off of what you eat. And always crave something like sugar, always craves bad food, always craves junk, putting trash in your face to feed them parasites. But I'm gonna go. I've been on here long enough. All I had to say was I had a dream about what's coming. And a lot of y'all are gonna be curious. So I leave these here to tell my story before it actually is unveiled. Because when I'm in the moment, I'm not going to feel like posting none of this. I'm not going to feel like posting none of this. My business is not your business. I prefer my privacy. I'm not going to feel like answering any questions. What's about to happen is inevitable. It's something that was written in stone long before I even knew my person. I was in another situation when I had that dream, but he wasn't the one. I thought it was him. It wasn't. And I had to find that out the hard way. And I found my person when I stopped looking. And it's been up ever since. Take care of yourselves, ladies. Take care of your mind, your body, your spirit. That's all it takes. It's just taking care of yourself and building in relationship with God. Staying prayed up, staying in communication with God, your highest version of yourself, your highest potential. It's gonna feel uncomfortable stepping into a new arena. You've never been your highest self. We all start as baby guppies. We all start as a page. We all start ignorant, naive, immature. And then as we grow older, we age like fine wine. We become better as we age and allow ourselves to mature with time. Build up your character. Learn who you are. Cultivate an identity. Don't allow yourself to adopt the identity of others, because you will end up getting lost and you have to go back anyways. Start fresh, start new. You might as well start on your right foot every time you take a step, instead of settling through life taking missteps, never correcting yourself. Especially when people are trying to correct you and you just want to keep taking missteps, keep taking missteps, and then look at what they're doing and try to follow in their footsteps, but that's not your path. You can't take what's not yours. You can't take somebody else's destiny, especially if they're aware of their own destiny, of their own fate, of their own reality. Because when you are in God's grace, you have clarity. Your path is clear. But it's only me who's given the sight to see in this path. You're not going to see the butterflies and the buildings and the trees and the fruit and the flowers, because you're not meant to see what's down here. This is my path. This is my lane. This is where God positioned me. You're going to be blind to everything that's around you. It's like I prepared my whole life for a certain opportunity. It's like the red buggy effect. If I prepare myself from the age of 13 to be a wife, what makes you think I wouldn't recognize my husband when I see him? But you settled in your life. So when you was with this husband material. You only saw him as a boyfriend. You only saw him as a boy because you were still a girl. You didn't see all the other attributes. You didn't see flowers and the fruits because this isn't your lane. You're in the wrong lane. You don't have the sight to see what's in front of you because you wasn't prepared to see. You didn't prepare yourself to see the opportunities in front of you. You wasn't prepared. You didn't prepare yourself to see what was in front of you. So you was blind to it. And like I said, I don't post everything on social media, but they follow everything that I do on social media. I I do the important work behind the scenes. So you're gonna copy what you see, but that's not all there is. I post a lot of things for entertainment on my Instagram. Like I said, you gotta leverage beauty. There are some women who are up there in the capital ranks. They earn millions, billions, but a lot of them started off as just a pretty face. The beautiful. A lot of people want to know what beautiful people are doing. You know, the Kardashians are a blueprint. The Kardashians are a blueprint. A lot of people want to find out what they're doing, what they're up to. If they go quiet, you're gonna wonder what they're doing, where they're at, why they haven't posted in 5 days, in 2 hours. Where they at? They may not even be doing anything interesting. You just want to see. You just want to see them. I just want to see what you're doing today. They could be eating cereal, not even fancy cereal, something regular like fruit roll up. No, not fruit roll ups. What's a cereal? Cheerios. They could be eating Cheerios, and you would just watch them eat that, finish that whole bowl because they're aesthetically pleasing. A lot of feminists, they don't worry about their appearance because they believe that worrying about your appearances is a part of the patriarchal construct. It's focusing on the patriarchal construct of society. It's a social construct to look beautiful, to wear dresses and makeup, to focus on your aesthetics. There's more important things to do than to just focus on your aesthetics. Just walk around, don't comb your hair, don't do your nails, don't wear no heels. Why you wearing heels? Who you looking good for? Who you trying to look good for? Oh, you being all girly, you're weak. Oh, you throw like a girl, you run like a girl, you hit like a girl, you talk like a girl. So I am one. I am a girl. What you thought? And girl in some in most cases means innocent. It also means immature, naive. And when you have grown into being a woman, you are mature. You have responsibilities, obligations, and you take on those responsibilities. You're accountable. You take on more load when you're a woman. When you're a girl, you can't handle that same load a woman can take on. So if you're the age of a woman, but you think and act like a girl, people aren't gonna give you a whole lot to take on because you don't have the capacity to do so. You haven't positioned yourself in life in order to take on more weight than you already have. So I'm very careful when I say, oh, girls who happen to be women, or grown girls or women. There's a big difference between women and girls, even if they're the same age. There's a difference. There are some girls who dress like women, try to talk like women, try to act like women, but you give them responsibilities, try to hold them accountable to the promises, to the empty promises, and they got an attitude. They end up trying to pretend and play pretend, and they start playing pretend for so long. That's all they get good at, is playing pretend. They haven't mastered anything but deception and manipulation, being a poser. They've mastered being a poser. They've mastered the art of persuasion. But don't you actually want to be the thing that you try to pretend to be? Don't you actually want to be the thing that you try to pretend to be? Don't you want to be the thing that you say you are? Don't you want to learn to become? But no, they would rather settle for looking the part instead of being the part. They'd rather appear like that girl instead of actually being that girl. That's where materialism come from, where they just want the outcome. They don't want to do the work. That's the difference between a girl and a woman. A woman's willing to put in that work. And no, putting in work, yes, action is masculine. However, you have to learn to balance your masculine and feminine energy. Masculine doesn't necessarily mean male, although males have the masculine energy is most dominant in males and feminine energy is most dominant in females, but we all have both energies. We all have masculine and feminine energy, but not to balance it out, but to make sure that it's in harmony. Because if you're too feminine, then you won't get things done. If you're too masculine, then you won't allow yourself to be cared for. But I'ma go. Gotta go. Is coming on an hour. I've already said my piece, so I'm gonna have to say peace, ladies.